Okay, one of the most important things about making a professional drawing in SolidWorks is trying to introduce sketch relations wherever possible. The more the sketch relation in your drawing, the more the drawing is a professional drawing because it's going to reduce the dimensioning, and also it is going to make your sketch a connected sketch. If you make any changes in one part of the sketch, automatically the changes are seen on the other parts of the sketch. So that's why we use sketch relations. So let us check each sketch relation one by one. Okay, the most basic, horizontal, vertical. So horizontal, as I told you, if you have drawn any line and that line needs to be made horizontal, I just have to click on that line and say horizontal. So you will notice that there is a green symbol here. That green symbol shows that horizontal relation has been added on this line. So which means even if I'm going to extend this line, the horizontal the horizontal setting of that line will remain. Or even if I move it around, the horizontal will the horizontal setting of that sketch will remain. So that is a horizontal relation. Now similarly, the vertical aligns a selected line segment vertically. So you take that line, and if I want to make it vertical, I just click on this and I say vertical. Now a vertical relation is added, the green one. So this line will remain vertical even if I'm going to extend this line or move this line or fix this line anywhere. That will be vertical. Collinear forces two selected entities to lie along the same straight line. So now if I have this, let's say I have this line and I have another line here. So I want these 2 points. No, not this one. Okay, let me just connect this as well. It's not appearing. 1 minute. Okay, let me draw like that. Okay, I have two lines now. So I want these two lines to be on the same line. So I can select these two lines and say that these two lines are collinear. So automatically the two lines will stand on the will stay on the same line. You understand? Even if I'm going to extend this, you see that that line which I created a relationship between the other line, it will stay collinear. If I'm going to move this line, then this line will also move. So that is collinearity. Co-radial. Co-radial means if I want to make two circles, I have another circle. I want to make both of them same radius. Also, I want to make both of them lie on the same center point. So to make it quick, I can just click on both the circles and say both of them are co-radial. So that circle has gone inside the circle. So they have same radius and also the same center point. Perpendicularity. constrains one line segment to be at right angle to another line segment. So if I have this one, let's say that is like that, I'm drawing another line which is slanted. So I want these two lines to be perpendicular. So I click on both the lines and say perpendicular. Automatically it will become a perpendicular relation. So you can see that these two lines have aligned themselves perpendicular to each other. Now same way you have parallel. Parallel means if I have two lines like this, if I click on both of them and say parallel, they will align themselves parallelly. Tangent. So makes a line, arc, spline, circle, or ellipse touch another curve or line smoothly at a single point. So if I have circle and if I have a line, I want this circle to be tangential to this line. So I select both. How do I select both? I have to press Control and select this one and this one. And then I say tangent. So it will go and touch that line. So if I move this circle, it will move along this line. That's called tangential. Concentric. Concentric is you have two circles. I want these two circles to be on the same center. So I click concentric, automatically they come to the same center. Midpoint. So I have a line, I have another line. I want this point to enter into the midpoint of that line. So I select this point in the line and say midpoint. So automatically that line has gone to the center or the midpoint of the other line. Intersection. Intersection is when you have, let's say I have a sketch like this. And I have a line intersecting this one side of the square. I'm just giving the dimensions just to make sure it is aligned. Okay, now if I have another line and if I want this line to enter exactly in the intersection of these two lines, so I can click on that line and then click on that point and say and select these two lines and say intersection. So it will be inserted into the two lines, between the two lines. Coincident. The coincident is something you will use mostly. Suppose I have a rectangle here. Let's say I have a circle here. I have a line here. I want the center of the circle to sit on the corner of this rectangle. So I select the point, the center of the circle, and this corner of the rectangle and say coincident. So it will come and fix itself in the corner of the rectangle. Also, if I take this and I place on this one, this corner, I can take this point of this line, take the corner of this rectangle, for example, say coincident, it will go and fix. So that means I cannot move it. That point is fixed to that corner of the rectangle. Also, this circle, I can only maybe make it big or small, but the center is fixed to that corner of the rectangle. Equal. So supposing I have a line like that, let's say I make like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. Okay, I'm going to make this vertical. Okay, now I want these three lines. I have to let me give the Dimension of the first line 10 mm. Now I want all of them to be 10 mm. This one, this one, this one. I say equal. Automatically all of them will become equal. The other two lines will become 10 mm as well. This is for the equal relation. Symmetric. Symmetric, if you want to have the mirror image, let's say you have a center line, then let's say you have a circle here and you have another circle here. Now, okay, let me just move it here. I want this to be like a mirror image. Symmetric. Symmetric means a mirror image. So I select the circle, I select the center line, I select the other entity, and I say symmetric. So automatically you see it has made it like a mirror image. So that is called symmetricity. Fix. Fix is if you want to suppose draw a line here. Let's say let me just make it horizontal. Now this line I want to fix it here. I want this as a reference line, for example. This is a construction line. I want it to be fixed here. So I just go and say fix. So automatically you see it becomes defined and gets fixed on that. I cannot move this line. It is stuck here. Maybe I can extend the line, but I can't move the line. So that is fixed. Also, if I can have another line like that, and if I want to fix just this point also, I can say fixed, which means the point is fixed. You see, the line moves, but the point is fixed. So that's the use of the fixed relation. Next one, Pierce. Pierce is little advanced relation. So supposing I have circle or any kind of sketch. This is drawn. This is drawn on the top plane. Now I will draw another sketch on the right plane. I selected right plane. I'm going to draw a sketch on the right plane. Let's say I draw a line. Now I want this line to touch on this circle, pierce the circle. So I can say, this is on a different plane, this is on a different plane. So I select the point from this line and the circle and I say pierce. So you see, they are from different planes, but they are piercing each other. So that is the pierce. Then lastly, the merge. Merge is just when you want to put like two lines. If you want to merge both of them, I can just click those 2 points and say merge. So it has been merged as the points have been merged together. So that is the use of merge relation. So that is that you have at least 16 relations. You have to master the 16 relations so that you can make a more professional sketch.